Serving their community is who they are because they love where they live. REMAX 3D Real Estate is proud to bring you Heart of Royse City, a video series dedicated to celebrating all the wonderfully great things about Royse City, Texas. On every episode, Dennisha Denney will share Royse City's story through the stories of the people who call Royse City home. This is Heart of Royse City.
Hey y'all, I'm Dennisha Denney, your host of Heart of Royse City, and today we're sitting down at REMAX 3D Real Estate, and our guest today is Mr. Will from Palio's Pizza Cafe. How are you today, Will?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you for inviting me for this. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you for agreeing to say yes.
Yes, for sure.
Well, we want to get to know you. And so I've been to your restaurant. I love your pizza.
Thank you very much.
So can we start there? Can we talk about that?
Yeah,
and
definitely.
then I want to find out how you got to Royse City.
Yeah, definitely. So the start of the Palios, usually it's a chain. It's a franchise chains. We have 45 locations.
Wow.
But every location is owned and operated by different owners. So when I came to Royse City over here 4 years ago, I came and we launched this branch, and I was a general manager in this location. Then the original owner, after 1 year, he decided to just leave this business and go. So he offered me if I want to get over that and take over. So that's when my story started over here, and I bought this branch, and it's completely, I own it now, and it's family operated.
Did you think when you were the general manager that you would end up being the owner?
Actually, before general manager, I was a dishwasher.
What?
So I promoted in 6 months to be, because one of the general manager, she just left because she has a wedding, and she moved out from the States. So I took over from her temporarily to find somebody else, and they couldn't find someone. So my previous boss think that I'm suitable for that position. So I ran it as a general manager. Then, and we went from there, from general manager, then to be from dishwasher, general manager, and I'm the owner right now.
You skipped a few steps
yeah,
between
so it was,
dishwasher and general manager.
Yeah, definitely. But you have to be succeeded in something like that, you have to put your passion, your heart, and your everything. And you have to love your career just to succeed of what you're doing.
Absolutely.
So that's a brief of the story, what happened over here. Why Royse City? It was Royse City, when we choose a Royse City, usually in such a chain, we go and ping areas where it's growing. And Royse City was on the list. So when we came over here, basically it was nothing. There is just Walmart and couple locations when we start over here. And in the beginning, because we do a potential studies of the population and how many it's going to be for 2 or 3 years for studies. And I mean, Royse City was over expectation in the last 2 years and still growing fast. And it's booming. Wow.
Yes. I believe it. I mean, the growth here is phenomenal.
Yes. I mean, and I don't know if the growing, it will match the demands and the need of businesses over here.
Mm-hmm. So do you find that most of your guests are from Royse City, or do they come from the surrounding area?
So majority of our guests is, yes, Royse City residents, and some of them from other areas like Dallas, from Greenville, and Caddo Mills, but majority of them are from Royse City, exactly.
Yeah. Wow. So what did you do before this?
So before that, I'm actually an immigrant. I'm originally from Lebanon, from Middle East. So I work in the extremely opposite for my industry. I have a degree of management and business. So I was a sales manager for the biggest plastic factory down in the Middle East. So I was a sales manager over there and export manager. I immigrated in 2010 over United States and started with a small business, as I mentioned to you, in restaurant businesses as a rookie. Then I like the idea because I like the connection with the people and the blending with other people. Especially in the United States, you have to see a different mentality, different races, and it's mixed. That's what makes United States different from other countries. So I like the idea of blending with such communities and start up from there in the food industry.
Was it hard to make that transition? What made you want to leave to come to the United States?
Actually, this is a long story, but I'm going to tell you a brief of it. So the majority of people maybe know or maybe they don't know Lebanon. Lebanon is a part of the Middle East. It's located between Israel, Palestine, and Damascus. So we have a civil war for 35 years, and you don't need to raise your kid with the impact of this civil war. I lived it 35 years myself.
Wow.
So
Like, I mean, you live in fear of that.
1974, we have war till 1998 until the civil war is done.
Wow.
So I saw a lot of horrible things in my life, you know. So I don't want my kids, I have 3 kids, I don't want them to be blended in such, let me say that in a good word, in a toxic environment. Not about my country or my people, no, about, I'm going to say it, about corrupted politicians, you know. So, so I moved over here because, you know, the United States is the land of the opportunity for everyone.
How old were your kids when you came over?
They came 4 years ago.
Okay.
There was 16 and 14, and my daughter, she was 12, and plus what my wife moved with them. So, as I said, I mean, this land is a land of opportunity for a lot of people, but you have to work hard to gain, you know.
Was it hard to go from being in that position in your home to coming here and having to start back at a rookie top level?
Yeah, definitely. But as I mentioned, you as a sales expert manager, and you have 6-7 people work for you, and all of a sudden you come over here to start from zero. But this is the challenge. If you are succeeded in any business or in any career, you can succeed in anything if you have the will to do that.
Absolutely.
You know? So if you have the will, then absolutely nothing is difficult for you.
That's so true. I firmly believe that
No
too.
problem.
So, what was your first job then when you walked into the United States?
The United States, as I mentioned to you, I started doing some online selling on eBay. Then my previous job, my boss over here, I work with his oldest brother back in my country because he is from Lebanon and he's a huge businessman here. So he offered me to come over. I used to live in Ohio up in the north, and I hate it over there because the snow is horrible, and I mean and
That's
the weather.
That's an extreme environment.
Extremely, I mean,
from where you came from too.
Exactly. So he offered me to come over here. He said, I'm going to open 3 locations for Palios. Are you willing to come over here and you help me out? I said, I don't know nothing in food. He said, well, you start with me in something. So when I came over here, as I told you, he offered me to be a dishwasher. I didn't tell my kids about it or my wife about it not because I feel ashamed, no, but I don't want them to think, oh, my dad doing something like that is not for his position. But when they came over here and I told them the story, so maybe I will be a good guidance for them in their future.
I love how humble you were. I mean, to come in and you were willing to do whatever you needed to be in the United States.
I mean, something about this country, and hopefully everyone to hear that. I have a hope that all the citizens, the original citizens of United States, they value this country. Because as I see a lot of, not that a lot, but the majority, they don't know the value of this country and always complain about their living. What I say, if there is a program for these people to go and live, not to live, or just to experience the third world, how people living and how people hard to earn their living, I think they will value more this grace country.
Yes.
So basically, I mean, it's very sad. Also, since COVID hit and the pandemic, I see like now everyone is struggling to find a labor to work, and not just in the business, in food business, in any industry.
And all of them, yes.
I mean, it only takes to have some responsibility and patriotic for your country. You know, because United States is a superpower country. You cannot stay a superpower if you don't work hard for that.
Right. We had to work so hard to get here, but you have to work so hard to keep it as
I
well.
mean, it's very easy to jump to the top, but to stay in the top is very hard.
That's
So-
right. Because there's always someone coming for you.
Exactly. It's the competition. And when you
Yes.
are in the top, you are under the microscope of everyone. Everyone want to take a piece from you or to ruin your image or ruin your business by doing this or by doing that. But if you are a diamond, you'll be glory every time.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
No
I
problem.
think it's such a great reminder for those of us who were born in America to be reminded of what it's like outside of our country.
Exactly. I mean, that's why I think they have to teach this, to be honest, in school, to raise such a generation to honor this country. And they have to learn to earn what they want. I cannot give my kid, 16 years old, a truck for $50,000 or $60,000. He has to value that. I'm not
Right.
saying I'm not that generous person with my kids. No, I'm generous, but they have to value every penny to gain it in their life. That's why how they make them good men and good women.
That's right. And the only way they can do that is to work.
Definitely.
And have to work for it.
Definitely.
So-
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
So what did your kids think when they came to America? What was it like for them?
Actually, my kids, when they came over here, the language isn't a problem for them because back in my country, since kindergarten, you have to be educated, even if you have to have a French language or English language. So for them, the language wasn't so difficult. For sure, the community, friends is completely different. It took them a little bit while to be blended, but now they are doing great. I mean, my kids, one of them is going to college to be a doctor, and my other son, he's helping me. He's my right hand. He doesn't want to go to college because he thinks I don't have enough help at my restaurant. And my daughter will be graduated next year, and they are on all of them on honor roll.
Oh, I believe it. I think you would expect nothing less
Thank you.
from your children. So
Thank you.
I think that's so awesome.
Thank you.
So what is the culture of your restaurant?
Okay, our culture is it's an Italian restaurant, an authentic Italian restaurant. We have 36 gourmet pizza, and we have the option of vegan. We have the option of keto diet now because we have multiple or different kinds of crust to do. We have salads, we have sub sandwiches, and we are thinking near in the future just to see how things will go to do something of the line of a Mediterranean, a small Mediterranean food, so just to make this community over here to taste that a little bit of the Mediterranean culture food.
Yes, I
So,
think that would be fun.
We have to do something like that, but hopefully in the near future.
And I love you have your little patio area too.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
That's one of those things that I love. Sometimes I'm like, that'll determine where am I going. I want to be on a patio.
Exactly. And if you visit my restaurant, we don't have customers. We have friends, we have families, we have members. We have customers when they move, when they walk to the store. We don't have to ask them what they want. We know exactly what they need, what they want, what kind of customization they wanted. That much we have connection with the people. We have, as my family, a good connection with the community, with the mayor, with the police department, fire department, name it. We know everyone. And that's a good thing that a customer is not a number just to come over here and pay your money, take your food, and that's it. No, there is a relation between you and your customer. You know, you are serving a very sensitive item, his food. If there is no connection between you and their food, you will never have a connection between them.
That's true.
So
That or the service.
Exactly.
It's one or the other. The food could be like not the greatest, but if you have a personal relationship with
Exactly.
the waiter or someone who owns it,
Exactly.
you go back because of that experience.
Exactly. So you have to show everyone hope. You know, so we have multiple churches, a group of churches, they come every Sunday and they rotate. You have to make them feel, and this is not just this is us. We are not pretending to be.
Right.
This is us. I tell everyone, feel home. You know, so you have thousands of restaurants in the United States. You have to be different from these 1,000s. We are a very small chain comparing to XYZ chains, but you have to make it different with these people. You have to have a touch with them.
What do you think your touch is in your restaurant?
The touch in my restaurant that we cook not with our hands. We have a passion, we have a heart, we have a loving, all this in one pie. So few people, maybe they will not understand. They said, oh, he's exaggerating. No, you can look at our reviews. You can see our Facebook page, what people talk about us. And this is us. We are not pretending to be it. This is us.
Right. I love that so much.
No problem.
Now, I know you're also involved in the community because you do love Royse City.
Exactly. So we have multiple programs. I do like in every ceremony, let's say Christmas or Thanksgiving, I will not say the names. So we do something like promoting our food, just donate XYZ communities over here or people who need. It's something you have, especially the elderlies, and you have to think that they are still exist, not they reach an age and we put them in the shelf. Because also I have a mother, she's 78, 79 years back in my country, and I see every elderly guy or elderly woman, they are my parents. So that's why I have that connection with them. And you have to look at them, at these people, that they are here, they exist. You know, not to throw them, okay, we are in a nursing home and they are forgotten.
They have such wisdom. I
Exactly.
love to talk to that generation because there's so much wisdom that they've earned and gained. in their life.
3 days ago, there is an 82 years old celebrating her birthday. As she's an employee at Costco. I wanna take her hat for her. 82 years, and you cannot control a 16 or 17 or 18 years generation to work. That's why when I go back to the first subject, that they have to teach in school such a generation that for the other countries how suffering to give a respect to this country and to work hard to keep this country great, you know.
I think you need to get on a platform. You need to rally all of us.
It's not about rally. As I mentioned to you, when you live 35 years in civil war, and you don't get affected mentally, so you will be a philosophy, you know. So that's why, let's say you living in a house or in a country. 17 hours no electric every day for the last 20 years. How you can live?
Right, but you still have to go about your day, right? And go
You
to
have
work and go to school
every day since I was when I start to grow up 4 years or 5 years. Every day you are not living it. You are surviving it. So when things happen over here, oh, there is no electric for 20 minutes. Everyone go chaotic. I start to laugh. Hey. It's a 20-minute electric. So
what did you think about Snowmageddon that happened back in the winter when
in February?
in February?
In February, I mean, if it was staying to snow for 2-3 days, I mean, people will go chaotic. What happened over here at the snowstorm? I think it wasn't organized in a way. Everything go chaotic. I mean, they start the people scared. There is no gas. There is nothing, no bread. I mean, because people start hoarding.
Did you have like flashbacks though of being at home where you were without the electricity and?
I mean, we didn't have a blackout in my area, but I see other people, they have the blackouts. Yeah, for sure. I remember I said, these people are living blackout for 3 days and see what happened to them. How imagine they are living in years in such a thing.
Right.
So that's why I said they need to do a tournament in third world country or other country. Then I think they will give more value to this great country.
What did your mom think about you coming to America?
My mom, she wasn't agree with me to come because, you know, she's a mother. She doesn't want her child to be far away from her. I didn't see her for 4 years almost now. And for me to get away from that, but she understand I have to find a good future, even in the States or other countries, a good future and a good living for my kids and my family.
Right. Well, and as a mom, I would think that would make her happy too. You are
Definitely.
trying to help your
Definitely.
family.
I'm trying to get her over here, hopefully in a couple months. We'll see how it goes.
Well, good. Then you can get her over here and maybe she'll want to stay with you.
Definitely. Definitely, I will do that.
So you have such a sense of pride. Like that's something inside of you. When you are passionate about something, you seem to be, have a lot of pride. Where did that come from? Where was that instilled? I mean, you lived in chaos all through. That could have made you more jaded and callous.
You're right. I will tell you something like that. I mean, as a generation, with the people with my age back in my country, I like in school we was 26 of my students and high school students. I lost maybe half of them with the war, because some of them went to the military and so I lost half of them, and the other of them they immigrate to Scandinavia, to Scotland, so they went in different countries. So I will tell you this, how much easy to be a bad person and how much easy to be a productive and a good person can take. Mm-hmm. It doesn't take nothing. Plus, I mean, whenever you have a parents taking care of you, give you your good guidance, and looking over you, then you think you will have such a character to be humble, and you have to move that also for your children.
Right.
So basically, I mean, let's say it comes in the DNA.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Yeah.
That's true. And how you're raised
exactly.
along the way too.
Exactly.
Okay, so we are on Heart of Royse City.
Correct.
So let's talk about what you love about Royse City outside of your restaurant.
Definitely. Royse City, for me, is a big, small home family. As I told you, I have a good connection with everyone in the community. So Royse City, and who's responsible on Royse City as a police department, the mayor, the city, everyone are in one hand. They don't feel you that you are something or coming maybe from different country or different state. No, they make you feel home, and that's what I like about Royse City and about the people in Royse City.
That says so much about this community, for you to be able to come in and people make it feel like home to you.
Exactly. I mean, I've been in different counties and been different counties here in Texas. Not because I'm here in Royse City. I mean, it has a different taste. They still have that country-loving community, but in a modern way. Let's say that.
I love the way you said that. Yes.
So basically, I mean, and they are one hand, all of them. If you need help, they are one hand, and that's what I like with them. And they value anything you need or to do for them. They value it and they remember it for you. So that's basically what I like about here.
That's awesome. What do you hope to see it become in the next 5, 10, 15 years?
I think the potential of this area, I mean, it's gonna be under the eyes of everyone to invest over here in Royse City. Everyone wants a piece of Royse City. How this will be in 4 or 5 years with this population is growing up, I think they need more businesses to be grown up. And let's say a big businesses such, they have to do some like factories, something assembled here in this area. This is how I see it, because I don't think what we have in such businesses will be compatible with the demand of the residents over here.
Right. It kind of becomes a bedroom community if you don't have industry.
Exactly.
For people to live and work here.
But if they plan it right, and I think they have the golden age here in Royse City.
Do you serve on any boards locally?
No, I'm just in the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
That's it.
Sounds like you need to get more involved.
Yes, when you work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, so it's make it difficult for you to blend But anyone like to come to my restaurant and offer me something to join, I don't hesitate if we are interested in something like that.
Right. So do you see yourself opening other
We cannot,
place?
I will tell you something. We can open 5 or 6 or 7, but we try to keep the consistency of our service and our food. So if I open 5 or 6, they will not be 5 like me or 6 like me or 6 like my kids to cover something like that. So I cannot just expand that fast right this moment.
Right.
So we have to focus in one location and make it glow, and that's, in my opinion, that's enough for us
Well,
right this
maybe your
moment.
son that stayed
My,
with you, maybe
I
he
don't
will want to go and open
exactly.
his own.
My kids, as I told you, one of them he has to be in med. My daughter want to be in business, and my son, the third son, he want to be involved something in criminal justice and something like that. So they will be out of completely this business. Food industry, as I told you, I love it. It's very good, but it sucks your soul out of your chest. And whenever you do, you will not be 100%, because you working, as I mentioned, that everyone has a different taste. So you have to be compatible or to make something at least good for everyone, and this will not happen. But
Yes.
but in the meantime, we are enjoying it.
Oh, I love that. We haven't talked about your wife.
My
What does
wife,
she do?
my wife, she's doing good. She's a French educated. She's learning English. She helping me in the back kitchen. She do the whole prep. She helped me with the salads. She helped me to do.
I wondered if she was in the business with you.
Yeah,
too.
sure. So she helped me. She's a very good help. And she dividing her time between house and my business, but basically she's helping me and she's doing great. She love it over here. She knows a lot of friends. She tried to communicate with them, but gladly they understand her. She's learning English, but not that fast.
It takes a while though. When you're trying to learn a second language later in life, it's not as quick.
Exactly.
And easy.
I speak 4.
4 languages.
So I speak French, I speak English, I speak my native, and I speak a little bit Italian.
Oh wow.
So you have to, and every language, you are a different person.
Really? So,
So-
like you take on a different personality kind of thing?
No, not different personality, but I like whenever I visit a country like Europe or France, you have at least to learn the basic language to communicate with them, because they will feel more comfortable whenever you are talking with the same language.
Right.
So this is, I get it, because I used to fly a lot, and Africa, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and you have to have that a little bit culture from everything.
Was that part of your culture to have to learn multiple languages like that, or did you just choose to do
Lebanese
that?
Lebanese people, you have to understand, Lebanese people, they have the #1 education system in the world. So, and it's a very small country. It's a fraction of Texas. Maybe it's the size of a farm over here. But I mean, the education is very high in grades over there. So that's why we concentrate on the education system.
That's awesome. Okay, I told you I would ask you one question at the
Okay.
end, and I wanted you to pick a number between 1 and 20, and this is going to be your final question.
No problem. It's gonna be 10.
Number 10. If you had the world's attention for 30 seconds, what would you say?
If I have the word.
The world's
Okay,
attention.
I would say for the whole world to live in peace, because for one reason, we live 2,000 years of war and the blood and suffocating in the name of beliefs and religions and the color and the race, and we didn't gain nothing. We lost millions of souls for nothing. So my letter for my advice for everyone to live in peace and love each other, no matter what, no matter what we look or what we talk, we can easily live as a human being. That's all I can say.
I love that. You picked the perfect question, by the way.
Thank you very much. I felt it. I'm fortune teller.
Well, Will, thank you so
No
much
problem.
for coming on Heart
Thanks
of Royse City.
Thanks for hosting me over here also. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I can't wait to come back to your store and have
Anytime.
more pizza.
Anytime. You're more than welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching Heart of Royse City. This video series, which is designed to celebrate Royse City, Texas, is spearheaded by REMAX 3D Real Estate.